All right, welcome back everybody to another episode of Viewer Match Analysis. I will be going over some of my viewers' matches here to look at their worst matches, their best matches, and understand their short and long-term goals, and see if I can provide them with any words of wisdom to help them on their journey. First up today, we have Nephew Dork, CFN ID 237142 Nephew. That's a lot of numbers, Nephew. That's a lot of numbers. It's not really a good number either. Like, there's really no redeeming qualities about this number. I don't think anyone would say that this is their favorite number. So my first bit of advice is to work on that in your branding. First of all, you're calling yourself a dork, the self-depreciating thing that kind of dies in middle school. No one really likes that once you're a grown man. And your numbers, they're not very good numbers. So what is your short-term goal with Street Fighter V? Short-term goal is to win Capcom Cup because he's an 11 out of 10. Big Neff. I forgot to mention that part. What is your long-term goal with Street Fighter V? Win Capcom Cup twice in a row. Okay, no one has done that before, so that is a very shoot for the moon, you know? You may land among the stars. Match that shows your weakness. I have no weaknesses is his answer here. What match shows your strengths? He linked a YouTube video. Let's check it out.
Wow. Here, is he gonna do a mix-up here or is he gonna go for the damage? Mix-up. Yeah. Oh my god! Oh, yo, that's
actually cold.
A highlight reel.
That was nasty. He went for the reset. It was a jump strong on the way down. Crossed up his ankles from downtown. How did that target combo hit from so far?
Colleen things.
Oh, gotcha. Hashtag Colleen things.
Unfortunately, Nephew, I don't think you're going to be winning Capcom Cup. I don't think you'll win 2 in a row. I mean, you know, there's really nothing I can say here. I think you hit your peak. Unfortunately, I don't see any redeemable qualities here. Unfortunately, you know, I'd normally say it's only up from here, but from here it's down. It's down from here. You know, I did my best with what I was working with, but I think it's best if we just move on. No one wants to see that. No one, you guys, let's move on. Aunt Beatrice, CFN ID Tia Bia. Rate your level in Street Fighter V out of 10 and explain why. 5. I am a scrub at master rank carried by Falk. My left hand is busted, so my inputs suck no matter how much I practice. Okay, we'll have to work around that. What is your short-term goal with Street Fighter V? To become a relevant Falk main. Long-term goal, to become a relevant Falk main and win a local here in Brazil when they come back. Nice. After like 12 tied for 5th before COVID, it gets boring. So, trying to break through a plateau here. No longer tying for 5th in the local, but going for the W. I respect it. And now we got the matches. So let's go ahead and take a look at these matches. So Aunt Beatrice, we'll go ahead and take a look here and see what we can improve on. So let me load that up. Okay, so this is Aunt Beatrice versus Broly. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is Brolinho. Brolinho, if you guys don't know, was one of the premier Necalli players early on in Street Fighter V Seasons 1 and 2, and he was in Capcom Cup for Season 2. Very strong player. I think he officially retired from being a professional, but still cooks, that is for sure. All right, good awareness on the anti-air. Nice jab buffer from Brolinho. And we're taking to the air a decent amount. Falk's jump game is actually pretty good, so I can understand it. You can be setting up the mix-up of the dive kick for later, or the head stomp rather. Uh-oh. Yeah, that air shot. He coincidentally dashed under your air shot. Could be seen as unfortunate timing. You should have taken that fireball sooner. I think trying to play too defensive there and scared of it gave him a lot of corner control. Okay, nice dash up frame trap confirm. Yeah, you missed on the meaty there. That happens. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa! Okay, okay. Well, you happened to take that round, but you're about to be styled on. You got the round, but I got to admit, that was not a confident round. He could have continued that parry sequence. Ah. Too many air shots. I don't think these air shots are working for you. Like he's consistently pressing forward, and anytime he sneaks under the air shot, it's a bad spot for you to be in. Yeah, okay. This round went wrong from the get-go. This round went wrong real quick. Let's look at this round again. So you get cornered right away, but I think a lot of your issues come from doing preemptive air shots and not leaving your jump arc open. You could have also have attempted forward jump to head stomp to get out of the corner. I think you were too predictable with doing jump back air shot, and you weren't trying to use buttons as much to work your way forward. You walk back too much and you jump back too much. And that's a big problem with a lot of players, where they are not confident in challenging space by using buttons and moving forward. And that's definitely something I'm seeing in a lot of these rounds. So like this one it snowballed. You got pushed to the corner way too quick. But in general, you need to learn to challenge more, or be confident in challenging with buttons to build space and use that space to walk forward, or to at least jump forward. There's definitely angles where you could have maybe threatened to jump forward. A lot of the jump back air shots just got dashed under it, which is the risk of them, right? They're too slow. You could also try V-reversaling sooner. V-reversal on one of the normals that Gil did would have been appropriate. If you V-reversal the fireball, you might get parried, so I understand not doing that. But I think the problem here is you were on defense the whole time, so I didn't really get to see your offense, but I think your defense and neutral are going to lead to situations where you're going to be cornered fast and die fast. It's a common problem I see at like that master rank level, where people still rely on people overextending and making mistakes approaching them. You need to be able to move forward and to take your own ground. That's one thing I can glean from that match. All right, now let's try a match that shows her strengths. Falk Sagat. These are a bunch of matches you don't see too often, I got to admit. Falk Gil, Falk Sagat. It's always against Sagat. A common theme with the match analysis is there's a lot of Sagat. One thing I would say there is, if you get whiff punishes like that, try to go for the DP knockdown. It could have been a situation where you couldn't comfortably do that because of the inputs for charging up the stick or whatever. But yeah, that's just one thing to keep in mind. Okay, I like it. Kind of an interesting activation. Not sure how I feel about it. But I guess it's a 2-bar, right? So pop it early, you might get another one. Yeah, I guess it's good overall. Uh-oh. Hold up, let's back up here. Why did you get in this situation? This seems like you're just feeling yourself, but this is a terrible jump. So this jump here, awful jump. You had really good offensive pressure, keeping Sagat against the wall and pushing him to the wall. I'm sure you recognize this in hindsight. I feel like you were feeling the offensive momentum and you wanted to press it, which I agree, but doing this cross-up jump could have easily cost you everything. So the cross-up, unsuccessful. He V-reversals you into the corner, baits your reversal. You're in a losing position now. He's in the lead. It's very rarely worth it to go for a cross-up jump to put yourself in the corner unless you are forced to because you have like no life, or you can set up something ambiguous, or like the next throw, shimmy, or whatever is going to kill. You had a very comfortable position to just keep pushing him to the corner and keep the positioning. Positioning is usually more important than pressure. So one thing to keep in mind.
What to do?
Okay. Okay, I mean, that jump worked. He has to worry about the head stomp. I feel like if the Sagat player was like a little bit higher level, he would have just DP'd you free. He should have DP'd you again. It's too much in the air. Far too much in the air. Against a character with a DP especially. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I thought you read the V-ship for a second. Yeah, see, like, even then, your immediate reaction is to go to the air again. And her air game is not bad, but you're not using the head stomp ever, from what I see, to mix up your jump arc. So I would just say, like, a lot of these situations, if you just didn't jump and just poked on the ground and worked your way on the ground a bit more, it would be way better. Like, you're just, your percentage of the time going for that option is too high. Oh, there it is. I like that you mixed it in. Yeah, see, like that jump made more sense because you're mixing it in. But once again, I think the jump to the corner, like you were feeling the offensive momentum, but you didn't need to do that. You could have just played it in the front. If you're feeling that offensive momentum and the lives are reversed, I would understand it a bit more, but you had such a life lead that going for that is just unnecessary risk, which could lose you the game. The offensive pattern was good. It's just not the time where you need to do it. She's lucky the Sagat can't crosscut. Yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind, is that all this stuff you're getting away with is because this Sagat player is unable to punish your habits, but the character can. Now, if you're doing this because you recognize the guy can't do it, that's one thing. It's okay to abuse things if the opponent can't handle it, but just keep in mind, like if this Sagat player showed you that he could DP it, you need to stop that right away. And my concern here is you're not going to stop. My concern here is that this is your default habit and you're going to default to this pattern every time, when you should only go to these sorts of things if you recognize that the opponent can't handle it. I like that walk-up throw. That walk-up throw was great. This sort of pattern right here that you just did is like what the match was lacking for so long. Anti-air, stay on the ground, pressure, little check, walk-up throw. You should have been doing that like 80% of the time, and then the jumps 20% of the time. Instead, it's the other way around. We see jumps 80% of the time, and this 20% of the time. Now, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I did see that the round ended with a time over, so we're gonna be here for a while. So grab your drinks. Uh-oh. Disaster. Oh, you got lucky again. No, no, you should have died.
Time over.
Huh.
Falk win.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you. So this was the match that shows your strengths, mostly the third round. That third round was great until the time over battle began. Everything leading up to that was actually the best. You're right, that was very good. So the only thing I would change is when you have someone at that life deficit and they have full meter, you're correct in that playing safe is a good option. But you can't play so safe that you just let them dominate the game pace. This point, right? You get this throw, and then you do that, and then this is where things go wrong. You need to keep them in the corner. You need to have cautious pressure. Think what pressure literally means. It's a force that is applied over an area. When you release the pressure, you're giving him breathing room. You're allowing him to now set the pace and decide how the match is going to play out. You need to have cautious pressure, which controls that side of the screen and forces him to make a decision rather than letting him make many decisions. So you're not limiting his options by backing away. You need to stay on that side of the screen, poke away at him, maybe inch forward and keep pushing him to the corner where eventually something's going to break. But when you're backing off this way and he has full meter and V trigger, you're allowing him to set the pace and decide something. Imagine if you had done, like, if you had blocked this when he's in the corner and you V reversaled, or if you had blocked this one, I think the Fierce Punch is coming up, like this right here, right? So first of all, he's starting to like get confidence. If you had done this when he's in the corner, he would have to guess for game suddenly. But because you gave him all this space, this is just good for him. He's like, okay, great, you wasted resources. It's just working out more and more in his favor. So there's definitely no reason to back off like that. And then, like I said, this situation, he just messed up. He tried to do super, I'm pretty sure, but he missed it. I feel like he should have supered there. He might have beat you there. Once you got out of the situation, your time over tactic was good, but you almost lost a game that you had pretty much a guaranteed win in. So that's the one thing I would say is keep the pressure on. Learn to stay on the ground and keep moving people to the corner and don't give up space for free. Same thing with your jump back air fireballs. It's not the same exact situation where you're about to give away a win, but you're giving up space. So I think in general, I think you give up space too easily. But when you decide to sprinkle in the grounded pressure and do things of that nature, I think you do very good at that. Speak of the devil, on Beatrice with the raid. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think overall your Falk is really good. It's just you need to focus on using your ground game more. You definitely show that you have it in you. I think if you do that, you'll both secure more wins and you won't give away as many wins. All right, guys, that's the end of this match analysis session. Thanks so much to everyone who submitted. If you liked the video, please make sure to like the actual video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and be on the lookout. We have more match analysis videos coming, and that's going to be all for this video. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.